What's the difference between an admitted and a non-admitted insurance company? If you're shopping for business insurance, especially if you're looking for what I'd call specialty insurance like E&O, D&O, or cyber insurance, or if you're looking for insurance that may be difficult to place, you may see quotes from non-admitted insurers and wonder, what does non-admitted insurance mean? To answer that, let's look at what an admitted insurance company is, or what that means. An admitted insurer is one which is licensed and approved by the state in which you're purchasing coverage. The insurance company conforms and follows the rules of the governing insurance authority of that state, and the policy forms and rates the insurer uses are approved by that state authority. Finally, and maybe most importantly, the insurer participates in the state's guarantee fund, meaning that if that insurer becomes insolvent, all of their claims obligations will be funded. Now, on the flip side, a non-admitted insurer, which is commonly called an E&S or excess and surplus lines insurer, is not licensed or approved by the insurance authority of that state. Their policy forms and rates are not approved by the state, and non-admitted insurers do not participate in the state's guarantee fund. So, is an admitted insurer better than a non-admitted insurer? Not necessarily. Earlier in my career, that may have been true, or maybe I was taught to think that way. But in the early 80s, there were several large insurance companies that did go bankrupt, so the importance of the guarantee fund was critical back then. Today, we don't see insurer insolvency as a big issue. I think the question of which is better, admitted or non-admitted, really can't be answered. It really depends on the situation, and here's why. Non-admitted insurers can provide a higher degree of flexibility in their policy offerings, from how the policy is written, what coverages are provided, and what's not provided, and in their pricing. Non-admitted insurers are not stuck with inside an underwriting or pricing box that confines many admitted insurers. As mentioned earlier, you'll see a lot of D&O, E&O, and cyber insurance policies written with non-admitted insurers because of the freedom of rate and rule that non-admitted insurers have. For example, we recently were able to highly customize a policy language for a fund client and tailor it to their needs with a non-admitted insurer that would have been impossible to do with an admitted insurer. Now, there's also a lot of business written for difficult to place accounts, such as some construction accounts, especially in New York, in the non-admitted or E&S marketplace. Without this marketplace, many accounts would not be able to obtain insurance, since the standard admitted marketplace will not or cannot write many of these types of firms. In addition to New York construction accounts, there are tons of other firms that will be insured in the non-admitted marketplace because the admitted market does not have the capacity or pricing flexibility to offer coverage. Commonly, this will include higher liability risk firms and certain property accounts that are exposed to high wind, hurricane, earthquake, or wildfire risk. You do need to take an extra step of caution to read and understand proposals from non-admitted insurers and not assume that a similar policy from an admitted insurer would be the same thing. As I mentioned, an E&S policy has much more freedom of rules, so these policies will contain limitations, exclusions, and endorsements you need to understand before signing on the bottom line. If you don't understand it, ask your broker questions until you get a full picture of what you're buying. Here's the bottom line. There are several factors when deciding on what insurance proposal to purchase. Coverages, exclusions, limitations, conditions, insurer financial strength, market conditions and availability, and much more. Going it alone doesn't make sense. You need a qualified broker to assist you in that decision and to guide you into making the right choice for you and your situation. Often you'll be faced with options only from non-admitted insurers. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but ask your broker the questions you need to be comfortable and secure in your buying decision. Not getting that level of support? Want a second opinion? Why not give me a call? My contact info is coming right up, and there's a link in the description box below to book a call on my calendar. And let's chat. I can probably answer your questions and give you the guidance you need to making these important decisions. And hey, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks.